Would now like to recognize the ranking member of the full committee, Representative Lofgren of California, for 5 minutes.
Well, thank you, Chairman Babin,
ma'am.
for today's hearing, and I'd also like to welcome our panel of distinguished witnesses. For years, the United States enjoyed being the global leader in quantum information science in terms of both research output and investment across every quantum application and modality. Our leadership was built upon a foundation of investments and efforts at every level in academia, industry, and our federal government. The U.S. government has been the primary supporter of openly published quantum research, totaling nearly $1 billion in investments in 2023. However, we're now facing a peer competitor to the United States in quantum applications. In 2024, the Chinese Communist Party invested more than 4 times what the United States did in quantum R&D. In 2025, the CCP announced a $138 billion fund to support their public-private partnerships in emerging technologies, including quantum computing. And in terms of quality of research and technology development, China has caught up. Chinese industry leads in certain global market segments, including quantum communications. Now, U.S. leadership in quantum technology stands, I think, at an inflection point. We can renew our commitment to leadership through actions, not just words, or we can be left behind. To start, it's critically important for this committee to take up a reauthorization of the National Quantum Initiative Act, and as the chairman has just said, we're excited to be working together on this bill. And I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your leadership in this matter. Maintaining global leadership in quantum technology also requires us to avoid getting in our own way. Really, the chaos that we're seeing in our federal government right now only emboldens our adversaries. If we're going to win the race on quantum, we need each of our federal agencies, including the National Science Foundation, National Institute of Standards and Technology, the Department of Energy, and NASA, to be fully staffed and resourced. Congress, fortunately, rejected the Trump administration's destructive budget proposal and provided strong support for the agencies critical to U.S. quantum leadership. And I hope the President's fiscal year 2027 budget request is not a repeat of this year's. If we're going to win the race on quantum, we can't only fund programs with quantum in their name. Many fields and disciplines make up the backbone of U.S. quantum research and the quantum workforce. A cut to physics is a cut to quantum. A cut to mathematics is a cut to quantum. A cut to engineering is a cut to quantum. We need more federal support to generate interest in these feeder fields, not less. If we're going to win the race on quantum, the United States must have a quantum-capable workforce. Unfortunately, the Trump administration is simultaneously turning away foreign talent while also canceling programs to train domestic talent. During our previous quantum hearing, I highlighted several quantum workforce programs at universities across the country that had their grants terminated. And since that time, the administration has increased pressure on foreign talent through visa fees, rejections, and intimidation. If the United States is not the destination of global quantum talent, then other nations certainly will be. Finally, if we're to win the race on quantum, we have to address the severe supply chain challenges that are preventing industry and academia from building quantum machines in America. The President's unilateral, and I think likely illegal, imposition of tariffs have created additional costs and vulnerabilities for new and innovative domestic industries like the quantum industry. Quantum supply chains are thin, and oftentimes the only suppliers of critical equipment and critical materials are offshore. Tariffs on this equipment doesn't help American manufacturers, it hurts them. My staff talked to one quantum company last year that had to pay a 7-figure tariff on a single piece of equipment from Europe. And the chaotic manner the administration has approached tariff policy has made this worse. Just the other day, President Trump threatened additional tariffs on Europe because of his weird Greenland obsession, and then yesterday he appeared to back off on that. This chaos is forcing quantum startups to question whether America can be a reliable base of manufacturing. I look forward to working with my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to address the challenges facing our quantum industry and hopefully to find a more willing partner in the executive branch in this endeavor. I look forward to hearing from the witnesses about these challenges and others during today's hearing, and I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and my time is expired. I yield back.
Yes, ma'am.